Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here we go again. Hey, I'm getting the date right today, eh? Sunday, July 19th, 2020. We came in Canada, in Kingston, Ontario, Canada. Well, I'm out here. And I'm actually just over by the Richardson Stadium. Decided to walk over this way today. I think I might call this one In the Bleachers, eh? Because I'm in the bleachers. Check it out. Oh, who's that? That's me. Yeah, I gotta practice up on my my acting roles, eh? Mr. Reeves is watching, so yeah, Mr. Reeves, put me in a movie, brother. Put this hot babe in a movie. Oh, just for all you guys out there, I am a guy. Okay, yeah, I'm not a chick. I'm sexy as a chick, but I'm not a chick. I'm single, I'm male, and I'm into chicks. Leave it at that. Okay, what do we got? What am I thinking of? I know I'm going to get back to that last video. Oh, check out the birds, eh? There's a whole, they were here before when I was here. It's a whole fleet of, I don't know if you can see it. I have to probably zoom in. See, if I had a better camera, like a good professional thing, I could zoom right in on that stuff and do all kinds of trickery. Anyway, yeah, I was just started to download a couple of apps, eh? Working on, for video stuff, eh? So eventually I can do my own stuff, eh? Because those 27 love songs that I got ready to go, I'd like to do a video. I was thinking about just going to one spot and do a video for them all, or just upload them all or whatever, eh? And then everybody can see them, but gotta make some money somewhere along the line too. I just can't be giving everything away for free, eh? So I don't know. You get this old, and you get to the point, it's like, you know, what the hell? Here they are. Enjoy them, because I could, you know, I could croak tomorrow. Speaking of which, send a little blessings to everybody out there on Facebook. Out to Benny Doro of Vancouver. He's in the hospital right now. He's suffering. He's a go type guy. He, for you people that don't know Benny Doro, he's into the food chef. He's got about 5 or 6 company things going on. So, and they prep up food for people all over Vancouver. He's also a musician, guitarist, singer, and he's played. He had Paul Stanley, I believe. He had the Kiss guy's manager and all that stuff. So he's a cool cat. Don't want to lose him, eh? So hit him up, send some love. Benny Doro, get better soon. Yeah, you'll make it through, man. You're strong. Musicians, hey, that's it. Just put on that old Kiss, eh? Requests, eh? Everybody send a request. Kiss requests. What's mine? Strutter, that's cool. Anyway, you guys be good. Oh, other thing I was going to say there is, yeah, happy birthday to all the people out there, everywhere in the world, eh? God bless you all. It's a special day. What are you going to say? Okay, let's get back onto that last video there. I was talking about a little bit of a juicy trip on my second girlfriend. So the story was ending that when I was, Monday nights I used to go out to the bars and check out the bands when I was drumming and all that. So I check out the drummers and learn some of their style. There's always something to learn by a new drummer, eh? Any drummer's always got a little bit of a trick, pick up something, eh? And it's cool, because that's what you do, eh? When you're in the music, you go out, you watch other people, study, along with listening to records and radio and all that stuff. So anyway, I went out there. I'll go quick on this. Went out there, these 2 chicks are sitting at my table, on my regular table. And I leaned up against the rail there and I said to them, well, we got talking. I said, yeah, I usually sit here. Eh? So they invited me to sit down. We hung out and partied for the whole night. And then they were leaving. And so I went with them. And Joanne dumped her sister off. Terry, God bless her, she passed away. Very young, like 36 years old. Eh? I met her brother, Steve, in the grocery store one time, and he said, yeah, she died, or whatever. So that was very sad. 36, man. She smoked a lot too, though. Very beautiful girl. So I go home with Joanne that night. So it was the first weekend, eh? I hadn't been with a girl for a long time because I'm just not like that, eh? To run around with girls. So we get to her place. So long story short, what was that song? Let me think. Talk, kissed, and made love. You'll find that in my lyrics. That song is about that time with her. So anyway, it was. Oh yeah, we hit the bed like a few hours later, and it was all weekend long. So I don't want to get too into this because I don't want this to get banned or whatever. Right? So anyway, let's just say I figure we made love about 15 times from Friday night, early Saturday morning till Monday morning, probably about 15 times. And I won't get into the details on that. So I probably, how could you say that? The big O word, eh? I probably owed about 12, I figure it was, and she was about 15 or 18 times, eh? So, yeah, now don't go into the comments, folks, and say, well, we did this and we did that. You know, I really didn't want to say this, but hey, you're young and you're just like full of energy, eh? Two people meet for the first time. Yeah, it was something else, eh? Never ever attempted to try to break that. So anyway, I was living there with her, and things went on. I won't talk too much on that because I want to get to her brother, but I spent 4 years with her. It was cool. A couple of things. So we went out, partied one night, eh? Coming up the street there, and all the fire trucks are up and down the street, eh? Well, what's going on? They're at our house, eh? The girl that was in there, Shauna, God bless you, sweetie, if you're watching this. Probably not, but all the best to you as well, eh? She left the grease. Used to love to cook French fries on the stove, eh? People, do not leave anything burning on the stove. You're cooking in the kitchen, folks. You be there. You stay there. You do not leave an unattended kitchen, eh? That's the biggest thing I read, eh? Is kitchen fires is the #1 thing on the list. So she left some grease going to cook up fries, eh? Burnt the whole kitchen down. So good thing she didn't burn the house down, because one of my drum kits was in that house, eh? My original kit that I bought. Anyway, what happened, another time me and Joanne were out one of my shows, eh? We were coming back, middle of the winter, there was black ice on the road, eh? She may have had a couple of drinks. And then, so we were touring down the road. Give you a bit of the scene here while I'm talking. I'm going to take a boo down there, walk along, eh? Up and down there before I end this thing. So we were coming home from one of my shows, and we hit that black ice, eh, in the middle of the night, like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And then the car started spinning, eh? And I just sat back in the chair, and I said, well, just hang on. What's gonna happen? I forget how I said it, eh? Whatever happens, happens. So the car spun around a few times, and there was a bridge right there. Nearly went over. We just stopped before we went over the bridge. Actually, we hit that thing, that guardrail. That's right. That thing hit the back of the car by the gas tank, eh? And then, so we took the car in, and the guy said, "Yeah, you're lucky. That car would have exploded any closer to it, eh?" So we got out of that. There was a pile of stuff that went on. What's another thing? Speaking of corn, yeah, we separated years later, and then I ran into her out at a corn. Was it a corn? Big corn party. A buddy of mine was putting on a corn party. Actually, one of our original bands. Me, my brother, and a guy named Sean. God bless you, Shawnee. Excellent guitar player, just as great as Malmsteen. And any of those top guys back there in the 80s. He was just as good. One of those guys that was super hot at home, just never went, never got the deal. Anyway, we were great too. You know, don't get me wrong. So we had a little 3-piece. So we played this barn, big 45 bed trailer. So we did our originals. It was all original there. And then people were coming in. She showed up. Next thing you know, I'm in the garage, way up in the tractor, eh? you know, kissing or whatever, because we hadn't seen each other. But it wasn't going to work. She was heading off. She headed off with the neighbor. Good old neighbors, eh? Watch your girlfriends and your wives, guys. The neighbors have got their eyeballs on them. I'm just kidding. He was a cool guy. He had a bike, whatever. What's his name? I forget. Yeah, he was cool. Beautiful wife, beautiful daughter too. I met the daughter years later. She was sitting up against the wall with her girlfriend, and I don't know, 7 or 8 years later, I went, holy crap. She remembered me, eh? Said, well, like kids grow fast, man. So if you got them, you know, you know, don't be spending all your time at work, because before you know it, they're in college and you're forking out the money for that, eh? 10, 20,000, 30,000 for that. Anyway, what'd we do? Anything else on that? Oh, there's all kinds of stories I could tell. She was a beautiful girl. Things just didn't work out in the end, eh? How I describe it is 1 year of heaven and 3 years of hell. I was just always on the road. Girls were always around. I just think that, yeah, then I started to see stuff. Oh, one more thing on that. Okay, Wayne, bugger off. It's nothing like talking and things aren't making it, man. But I got this new filter. What's going on there? So, we were going to funerals and weddings all the time with our friends, eh? We never got married. We weren't engaged or nothing, but, what are you going to say? So we go to this one funeral, right? It was a friend of her mother's down the street. She was a beautiful woman. God bless you, sweetie. She gave us curtains and all kinds of stuff for our new apartment and all that. So she died. We're at the church. It's like blistering. It's the middle of the winter. It's freezing cold. The church parking lot is completely ice. The car won't start. Everybody heads back to the house for the party, right? I'm out in the parking lot in my tuxedo suit type thing underneath the car, with, like on the freezing cold sheets, solid sheets of ice hooking up the chain under the car, and it's just pouring rain, freezing rain. It was crazy. So I don't know. I didn't do anything wrong. It didn't get me back or anything. Okay. God bless you, Joanne. All you guys, take care. Let me get on to Steve here. So anyway, I was with Steve. The story went, and is that a light on? Oh yeah, there we go. Steve's her brother. For about the first year and a half that I was with him, he never really paid attention to me. Then something happened. Me and Joanne were going downhill, so we ended up drinking. We barreled off to. We started hitting the small little towns. What's the name of that place? Well, we went down to Portborough and all over. We used one of the main trips was St. Thomas. We get off work on Fridays, both of us. He'd call me up. We'd hit the truck, hit the gas station, hit the beer store, and then we'd head up to hit a little park, have a few beers there, then head on down to St. Thomas, go outside of St. Thomas, and they had buffalo up there, eh? So you traipse all up the highway, or off the highway, and all up the roadway and down in. We'd sit up there with half a case, sitting there watching the buffalo, eh? Drinking a few beers, blaring Motley Crue and Skid Row. Who else? Oh, Warrant. Who else was in there? Poison. All kinds of the old 80s rock, eh? We'd be up there. So then we'd head down to down to the Port Stanley. We'd be down there on the beach, blistering hot summer days. Back then I worked out pretty heavy, so I was pretty big and built and that. And he wore the bandana, the Raiders and stuff over his head. We looked like a couple of guys. I told him we should go for wrestling, eh? WWF wrestling, call ourselves the Rude Dudes. So I made up some cyanide called the Rude Dudes, and he put it on the back. He had a Dodge Ram truck, eh? He put it on the back window. I guess his wife complained. Said he wanted it off, eh? So anyway, he took it off. And he said he went over, because he lived by a high school, eh? So he took it over and put it on the high school window or whatever, eh? It was kind of sad. Anyway, yeah, I said we should have went off because we looked like total pro wrestlers. We were big, stocky, ready to do it, but it didn't happen. So we get down there. We go down to the beach there. Maybe party and get the coolers going. Pour all the beer or the booze, whatever we're drinking, into tall boy cups or whatever. Walking the beach. There'll be girls out there with video cameras videotaping us, right? So we do that. Then once we were done at the beach, we'd head back to St. Thomas. And then we'd hit the strip club up there. We used to call her Mom. We knew her well. Yeah. Take a boo over here. That was the owner. So we called her Mom. Girls didn't go on every half hour or whatever. So anyway, so we boogied around there. There was one night we got, we met a guy in a van down at the beach there. He was coming back too, so we wanted to hit the club with us. And they did. And then I was sitting there, and they took off. I don't know. I thought they just went to the bathroom, so I went to the bathroom. Right? We were pretty loaded back then at that point. So then I went out the parking lot and didn't see the van. I thought, where'd they go, eh? So I started walking into town to try to find them, eh? And then I said, I don't know what was going on in my head. I just said, oh, the hell with this, eh? So I walked down the main road all the way down to where the highway type thing is, the main road going. I was heading back to London, like stupid, right? I was gonna walk all the way back, eh? It's like, because I thought in my mind that they'd taken off or whatever, eh? So I said, no way, what am I doing, eh? I forget what I said. So I came back into town, come all the way back up, and asked some people, because I didn't even know where I was. I was so blistered. And they said, right here, whatever, and I went walking down the street, and I remember a bar that we went into. So I go into the back, and there was his truck, eh? And the window was down just enough for me to get my arm down in there, opened up the truck, got in, and passed out in there. Next thing you know, I wake up in the morning, and I look over, and there's the vans over there, and I go over there, knock on the door, and they're in there all passed out, eh? So, and I don't drive, no license, no nothing, but I was straighter than him, so I drove the truck back to London. Yeah, we had many stories. We do that a few times. Oh, I gotta tell this one. So we went out drinking the one time. We ended up at a bar called the Forum. It's another strip club, and we're in there drinking. He's over. The girls where they kind of give you private dances. So I go up and get a couple of fresh Budweisers, and I'm sitting at the table with a couple of fresh Budweisers, and who comes walking in the door? Eh? Joanne, my girlfriend. So she comes up. I got a smile. I'm not a radical person, eh? So she comes up, grabs the beer, fresh, cold as the dickens, eh? Pours it all over my head, and everybody's watching, eh? And I'm just sitting there with a smile on my face. Then Steve, he comes walking over, and his wife's with my girlfriend, eh? So, which is his sister, and they, yeah. So we hightailed it out of there, got in the truck, and I don't know where we went, but let's just say both relationships ended. Steve went on. Oh, you know, Steve, he went on where I used to, one of the clubs, used to meet people. Well, I knew this one chick, and he ran into her. Yeah, if his wife ever watches this, yeah, that's how he met that girl. I introduced him. We were at the bar, and he says, who's that? I says, I know that girl, eh? So she come over, introduced it. Next thing you know, bing, bang, boom, eh? He met her, and I believe they've had kids, and they're still together. Everything kind of panned, eh? That whole era just went. I don't keep in contact with anybody from back, and then it's like, to be honest with you, it's like, that's pretty wild. All that crazy, excellent stuff that went on, and when you were younger, some of these people out there can understand, eh? It's like you get older, it's like a whole new life going on, eh? It's like, you know, what happened? People just move apart, eh? Trying to break the wind there. People separate, people move apart. But you know, there's one thing that's great about it all, is you never forget, eh? Let me get a smile on this side of my face. Where I'm not missing the tooth, you know what I mean? I'm just kidding. Missing the tooth. As you can see, my teeth are very, very white. And I'll tell you why. Because I use that, what is it? think now, and I want to think Arm & Hammer, the triple ply Arm & Hammer triple. I don't smoke, drink coffee or tea or nothing, but so usually those are the things, in smoking, all that stuff, that's what gives you your dirty teeth. But I don't smoke, so it helps. Anybody's out there looking for a good toothpaste, to Arm & Hammer triple 3-in-1. Yeah, that'll keep your teeth up. So anyway, who else? What's going on here? Yeah, I'm probably getting near the end here. I don't want to take up too much time. Actually, it's not that I don't want to take up too much time. I'm going to go get a card. I'm going to figure it out, get something going where I've got more space. So that, yeah, getting a little closer because of the wind. What we can say? Yeah, I like to go out and know that you're never going to run out of time, never going to run out of space. You don't got to be thinking about that crap, eh? That's probably one of those really good cameras. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I can get a nap, or get a 64 gig chip thing here in the phone. See what happens. What else? Steve. Yeah, he was cool. The whole family was cool. Bobby Joe, she was a beautiful girl too. Joanne and Terry, both beautiful girls. Oh, the kid, even Steve, was a hot looking dude too, eh? Yeah, one of those families. Oh, the dog. God bless the dogs, you know, and the cat. Oh yeah, they had some really old dog and cat. They were cool. That cat looked like Dan Murray, the guy that posts all the artwork and the scenes. Yeah, the cat kind of reminds me of his profile pic, like the old Halloween cat, eh? That was cool. Anyway, God bless. God bless you all. Peace, love, and happiness. Hey, you birds got something to say? What? Fluky. Fluky? No, it's not Fluky. Here I go, my buddy. Chico! Chico's over there petting the seagulls. Oh no, he's feeding them fries. Oh, I should get that one in there. So, across the hall from me, Eric, I told the story about Eric, my third dad, who passed away when he was 60, living above me. Well, the old guy that lived across the hall from me, his name was, I can't even think now. Gordy. His name was Gordy. He was in the war. God bless you, Gordy, man. Welcome to the family, brother. Peace. He lived over there, but he moved out quick because he was older and needed help, eh? So he, I guess back in the day, the bikers his window was right in the front, so the bikers would race right up towards his window and scare the dickens out of him. But he was shocked, shell shocked and all that stuff from bombs and that. So any high pitched noises would hit him. But I used to see him up at the parking lot over at the shopping mall in London. He'd be out there in his buzz cart buzzing around, and he'd feed the French fries to the seagulls, eh? He used to love doing that. He was cool. He cheers and thumbs up and all that. Last on that, he ended up, somebody told me he was in the old age home, so I went down there and bought him a Coke. Wheeled him into the room there because everybody was kind of like all over the place, just kind of staring at the TV, not really saying nothing. And then I said, hey, everybody wants to wish you, like the people, eh? I said, hey, everybody, Gordy wants to wish you all a happy Valentine's Day. And they all just kind of dozed over, whatever, trying to brain things up. I said this part there before on something else, but I just wanted to say that there while I had Gordy in the mix. Yeah, like, he was cool. Lots of cool stuff went on that. Oh, Bill. I got to say one last thing about Bill that lived up in that building there. He lived up in the back. Yeah, his phone wasn't hooked up, eh? He was a little bit of a bugger. So he goes out. He went out in the backyard, and the phone cables run along the wall in the back, eh? So he went down there, and he wired his connections into the guy's phone upstairs, the Chinese people's phone upstairs, eh? Oh, it was funny, man. So he'd be on the phone trying to make a phone call, and the Chinese guy would get on the phone up there, eh? Trying to make a call, and he'd be saying, like, who's this or whatever. I forget what Bill was saying. It's like, I don't know, maybe they're tapping in the line, like just the phone service or whatever. I don't know. Oh, some crazy stuff went on and on and on. Oh, there was another thing I want to say about Bill, too. They were tearing down the first Kmart across the street from where we lived on Godfrey Drive in London, Ontario. They were tearing down the first Kmart, so we could get in, eh? So anyway, we went down in there, and went down there with a hacksaw one night, late at night. They were hacking all the copper out of the, not all the copper, hacking a bunch of copper out of the ceiling, eh? Then we go down to the metal place and trade it in and get some money and get beer to drink the next day, eh? Yeah, with story after story, we had lots of fun. Yeah, never got caught. Well, they were ripping it down anyway, eh? But hey, I'm sure there's a ton of you guys out there doing that. I know there's guys out there doing bigger jobs, way big. Oh, I heard the stories in the news, eh? Anyway, yeah, I'm not breaking the law like that anymore. You get drinking, that's the thing. You get smoking, get drinking, and yeah, you don't care. Sometimes you don't think about consequences of what you're doing or nothing, eh? So yeah, you gotta watch, you gotta pay attention, you gotta think, eh? Okay, what are the results? I'll hear about the results. Yeah, cheers. All the best. Peace, love, and happiness. Love, Rick, as always. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 inside my heart. Gotta act it. Gotta characterize in. Gotta characterize out. Yeah, okay. Truly, all the best to the entire world of people getting back into action. Yeah, part 3, eh, folks? What's part 4? No more masks? Thumbs up to that. No more masks. They're hard to breathe in, eh? You guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, oh yeah, we got a beautiful day coming on. So listen, I'll do a little bit of a roundabout here. Actually, you know what I was going to do? I was going to walk down there. Well, you're not supposed to be in here right now, but I hopped the fence, eh? And I snagged it, so I got a little hole in my jeans. It's a good thing it really didn't rip a long way, eh? Maybe I shouldn't walk because all that wind is going to get in here, eh? We'll walk right here anyway. Check out the field for all you football players. Way over there is Richardson Stadium. Queens. Yeah, this is where the smaller Queens plays. There's one of our roads over there. I don't know what road that is. It's nice to get a little scenery in this, into the view, eh? Yeah. So all to you rock and roll superstars out there. Yeah, God bless the health of everybody, you know, including thyself. Take a second here, breathe. That's another thing too, eh? If you ever find yourself getting a little stressed and anxiety and all that, it's deep breaths. So just stop, sit there, pace. All you want to think about is deep breaths, eh? So into your, feel all the air coming in through your nose and down into your lungs, and feel like, I'll do one for you. I feel like you're filling right up to the top, and if you can go just a little extra like this, eh? So you feel your chest come right out to its fullest and hang on for about 3 seconds, and then release. Do that 2 or 3 times, especially at night when you're going to sleep or whatever. I don't do it that often. You know, if I start to get to that point where you're a little stressed or anxietized, there's a word, eh? Yeah, for all you drug companies out there, anxietized. That'll be the next product, eh? So remember, you heard that from Rick Amey, anxietized. So yeah, you take those deep breaths, anytime, or when you're in bed too, eh? It's great because people are always trying to. That's why I don't drink caffeine anymore, eh? Because all that caffeine gets into your brain. Oh yeah, it used to be I go down like I drink a weak coffee, eh? A little bit of the tip of the table of a tablespoon with a little bit of sugar and half a cup. I go to McDonald's or Tim Hortons and have like quarter a cup, and I'd be up all bloody night, eh? That's strong coffee. So some of those people drink 5, 6, 10 cups of coffee a day, eh? Got a bit of wind here. Yeah, so when you're in bed late at night, you get trying to get to sleep, take those deep breaths, 3, 4, 5, whatever you got to do. You'll feel your body coming to a relax, and then chances are you'll pass out pretty quick. Hopefully, eh? Just remember those deep breaths. Deep breaths, deep breaths, deep breaths. Now, I didn't say deep breaths. I said deep breaths. Now I'm caught on the word. Yeah, no. This is all age, okay? Don't bar me. Okay, yeah, just having a little fun. Okay. Keep on keeping on. Peace, love, and happiness as always. Thumbs up. Get it high. What else do I want to say? Till we meet on the moon. Be good. All the best, eh? It's always an excellent pleasure to be doing this. Oh, my last thing on that is I love watching these movies myself. I'm hooked on them, eh? They're really cool. You guys should do that. Get out and do your own movies or whatever, and I don't know, it's very entertaining. So you're not the only one.